What it do, skis, is the peace dealer. Before I get started, I would like to set the intention. I would like to set the intention to let this message be expressed with no interference. And for those who really need to understand the message, I really hope that you understand the message. Um, Sometimes people like to shoot the messenger. It's something that the whole Gemini clan has actually had to face. So as we reincarnate, it's a subtle throat chakra issue where it's like, well, we can visibly remember being burned at the stake because people would just shoot the messenger. So don't hate the player, hate the game, but you shouldn't hate. Leo Caesars teach you to love. The next thing I want to say is for any of you who do the super chat today, I'm not going to be pulling cards. So keep that in mind. I'm going to focus a lot on this message today. I still encourage you to do so. The broadcast after this one, I will pull cards, all right, for gratitude. But just keep that in mind. Regardless, though, how is everyone in the live chat doing? What's up, y'all? How are all of you doing? How are all of you feeling? We are stepping in to a higher understanding of how to live from our hearts. And as you may have expected, this might put a lot of you in vulnerable positions because in order for you to express love in your life, you have to go through cancer. You have to feel it from your soul. You don't really express true love until you feel it from your soul. And some of you, when you're feeling from your soul, you're feeling vulnerable because you're feeling things that are blocking you from expressing your heart. When we did this baptism in the last broadcast, we prepped your emotional energy body so that as your heart now activates and evolves and opens and you start connecting with people at a much higher level, which is both good and bad, this is going to at least equip you with courage to move forward. I'm very hazy right now. Like, I definitely feel the shifts too. I've been in the spirit world and again, I've been sleeping a whole lot. So I'm kind of getting out of that. But as we step into this Leo energy, I've kind of already felt the fire myself. Like I'm ready to move forward with the goals that I'm ready to achieve. And this is going to be a bit of a skip for you. Yes, the Soul Trekker. Yes, yes. Thank you. I'm going to be pulling a bit. I'm sorry. Some of you, this is going to take you by surprise because this new moon that we're in right now, the universe is sticking a jetpack to you and just moving you forward. So this is why you need to be very focused. You have to be very on point with what your vision is and what the goals you've been making are. Because if you're all over the place, then this jetpack is going to take you a lot of places nowhere real fast, as opposed to when you kind of stay focused and now you're going to actually achieve certain things a lot quicker than you ever thought. Now, this is why I call this the blast of destiny. Because at the end of this week, Mars is going to be on the North Node. The sun is going to be like 3 degrees Virgo, and Mars is going to be on the North Node, and we're literally taking action on our destiny. All right. Great idea, Jeremy. I will do a webinar about moon phases. I think I've done it, but I definitely will if I haven't. All right. So peace, everyone. You know what I'm saying? Daisy's already encountering vampires. The vampire clan, more vampires are resurrecting. Pluto's in Capricorn, so it's resurrecting some vampire spirits within people. And now you have Capricorns that are just not going to sleep, like they're awake all day, and they can like run super fast. They're just like super powerful, low key. Pluto put Scorpio on. Pluto put Sagittarius on. Now it's in Capricorn. But all this Leo energy right now is highlighting how vibrant. I've been napping in the day and up all night. That's one sign. If some of y'all are really nocturnal, then that means your dark side energy is coming out. If some of you if you can't go to sleep before 3 a.m. because you're just up all night, but you're asleep during the day, that's your body trying to attune to its natural rhythm, and then you're trying to fight it by sleeping during the night. And it's a battle. This is what I meant when I was saying your dark side is going to battle you. And it's going to be like, oh, we have this power upgrade. I want this, and I want your body. And it's like, are you surrendering to it, or are you going to you know what I'm saying? Work something out. Because the ideal situation is you don't want it to take you over. And not everyone is facing this so much because for example, this is Leo season. So fire signs and people with a lot of light energy, they have their dark sides down pat. Like their dark side doesn't have a lot of shadow. They don't have Cancer energy to kind of roam around. Some people, it's the other way around. So, and neither is good or bad. It's just more like, you know what I'm saying? But instead of making it a duel, right? What you want to do is strike a deal, find a way to kind of balance both, to where in the daytime, the light side gets what they want, and in the nighttime, the dark side gets what they want. That's kind of how I have a moon in Capricorn, but my sun's in Gemini. And my soul, my spirit, we fight. Like, we don't really get along for obvious reasons. My Capricorn thinks I talk too much and I say nothing of substance. And then I think my Capricorn side is just so serious. So in the daytime, the Gemini does what Gemini does. In the nighttime, you give it up to Capricorn. But regardless of what kind of deal you make, and regardless of what kind of energy you shake and shift, get ready, my friends. This is the blast of destiny. And this is the week where your own personal story actually just catapults. Okay, so the origin kind of happened this April. This was when you experience the first chapter and thesis statement. Then coming up around to like June, this was the point in your life where you started to really like come into the initial understanding of what this story was about. Like there a lot of magic occurred in your life, for better or for worse, because you now understood the language that you had to, you know what I'm saying, speak to people to be this character that you are. But then again, some of you aren't characters, some of you are behind the scenes personnel, some of you are directing the characters, right? Regardless, this Leo season is now where the conflict kind of sparks, and you now have to, save the day. Some of you are going to be the conflict sparkers because you find out you're the villain. Some of you are going to be anti-heroes or heroes. And it pains me to say that. It pains me to say that the archetype on this is heroes and villains, because it didn't have to be like that. What makes it heroes and villains is Pluto in Capricorn and then Mars in Leo. So the righteous energy having to quincunx Neptune and Pisces is going to evoke either a sense of justice with Jupiter and Libra, or rebellion with Uranus and Aries. So, we're all a little bit delusional already. This is just one of those weeks where people can just get impassioned to do something just because they felt their heart told them. Totally irrational. told the only air sign we have inhabited is Jupiter and Libra. So that's just really making people willing to relate with others. But a lot of people are not necessarily logically here right now. It's just kind of like a passion yelling game. And you can take advantage of this passion yelling game this week. Unfortunately, the person who shouts the loudest is going to get the most attention, and they may not really be saying anything, but people will just kind of be entranced. This is the type of energy that, thankfully, there will be rational people who listen, but because Neptune is in Pisces, King hunting it, it could be very easy for people to just continue to like believe some weird doctrine. Okay. So personally, for how this is going to affect you, there's a very important vision. I'm not personally sure how much this applies to everyone in the world. I think every single person in the world is affected by this, but there is a vision. There is how do I say it? It's 12 housers. 12 houses are the first ones receiving this, and then people who aren't 12 housers, it's kind of trickling down. All right, I only have one planet in the 12th house, so I'm not really truly a 12 houser. But if you have ninth house energy or 12th house energy, there's this like vision you're seeing. It's the 12th house gives you a unique perspective, especially moon in the 12th house, gives you a unique perspective of reality where everything kind of comes together in a 12th houser is people who have like 12th house energy or Pisces energy, but it gives you a unique perspective of how the sixth sense kind of comes into play with the experience that you're experiencing. There's really no way to explain that, but regardless, this Leo energy is opening your heart. Not only is your heart opening, and not only are you realizing greater things about who you are, this message right now, like I'm Saturn is like across my sun right now. So I'm showing you like real time the blips in consciousness that are occurring. But regardless, you know, okay, cool. So versus Goku Red. All right, all right. It's not the live chat. It's not the live chat. Y'all are good at the live chat. Y'all are good at the live chat. So this is like this is a form of communication. This is a form of communication. So I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I just kind of was silent. And as you can see in the live chat, it looks like I'm not doing anything. But that was the whole point. That was the whole point. I would deliberately like didn't say anything so I could see, are you Are you waiting for my words or are you feeling my energy? So I'm just letting you know. Um, think about think about situations that you're in and people don't say anything. Think about situations that you're in and people don't say anything, and you're now having to evaluate if they're not listening. But do you feel me though? Do you feel me though? Because like I'm trying to show you how much you're into your minds instead of into your hearts. This is the energy. This is silence can be golden at times, but this is the energy we're walking into where like you kind of have to be able because Neptune is like opposing this Virgo energy, you have to be able to perceive things in different ways, especially Venus that's still in Cancer. And I apologize for trolling right now. I apologize for trolling right now, but like I haven't said in a while, this is kind of setting up the divine RPG. The reason why it's kind of hard to say anything right now is a whole lot of what you're doing right now. It's like you kind of have hidden cameras, or you kind of have like a camera on you. If you're a Leo, for example, or if you're a Libra, and it's like, what is it that you're defining? Because you're doing it right now, you may not really have the proper perspective of what it all meant until 6 months from now. So keep that in mind. But this is like the red carpet. This is like the red carpet that event that's being brought out in Leo season, and the people who are meant to be a part of certain initiatives are completely like being all the people who are meant to be in certain initiatives are completely being like gathered. So to break this down real quick, we have from now until November, Jupiter is going to be in Libra. Once Jupiter enters Scorpio, and at the end of October, this divine RPG begins. And depending on what sign you represent, you're going to really see the quality and relationship between other representatives change quite drastically as people's like purposes activate. So this Leo season is driving your passion and opening your heart to show you yourself and other people who you really are, so that this could let you know where you stand and what decisions you're going to take. It is going to be extremely hard to fake, if that makes sense. But if you represent Aries, if you represent Gemini, or if you represent Cancer, then now that it's Leo season, you stand to get recruited and you have to make major decisions. You're either going to get recruited by Capricorn, a Scorpio, or a Sagittarius. Before I go a little bit more into that, Venus is going to enter Leo during this week. And at the end of the week, Saturn goes direct. So Venus coming back into Leo is your heart that is, hold on. Venus coming back into Leo is your heart that is, well, it's your heart that's opening up again, but Venus entering Leo is the diva who's returned. And this is going to make exciting a whole lot of what you've been cultivating in your heart. However, you know, it's really about this divine RPG. And Scorpio is the revolutionary, Sagittarius is the ascension artist, and Capricorn is the imperial government army. So, you know, come November when this sparks off, we're in the beginning of the shifting phases. This is the eclipse in Leo, and then Jupiter is going to come into Scorpio, and then Saturn's going to come into Capricorn, and we're in the new regime. So, you know, you you want to Sagittarius is leading the ascension, where basically Scorpio is going to infiltrate Capricorn's army. It's a role playing game that you may find certain things you start like it's a weird dynamic between Capricorn and Scorpio, because Capricorn and Scorpio are friends, but they're playing a video game against each other. And Sagittarius is recruiting people to ascend out of this matrix, to ascend, to lead ascension. So if they ascend before Scorpio infiltrates Capricorn, then Sagittarius wins and the other two lose. This is a game Aquarius wrote, but and then Pisces is in the game, like they're just kind of like extras in the game, experiencing the game and seeing the players from in the game. And then Aries, Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer are the four signs that those three have to recruit to fight against each other, basically. So keep that in mind. If you have offers from that are coming from a Scorpio, that are coming from a Sagittarius, some of you may try and do both. Libra and Virgo are more like the referees of the game to make sure the coding is right and whatnot. Although they will be in Divine RPG too. You know, that's going to be Jupiter and Sagittarius. But anyway, the reason why I'm kind of ushering this in, as soon as the sun rises and this new moon really kicks in, there's a fire in your heart that's going to ignite. And this fire in your heart is going to be like a jetpack that just fires forth and has you achieve even. There are also decisions that you need to make. And these decisions have to reflect powerfully. If you're indecisive about what to choose, then it's most likely because you're choosing for someone else than opposed for you. If it's an indecision, if it's an indecision that's coming because you know what you want, but you're deciding for someone else, this Leo eclipse is urging you to make the decision from your heart. You may, and the decisions that you make are going to affect the course of your life forever. So, for example, you know, if you have an opportunity to get this job that will pay you a lot of money, but you're not going to have much time for anything else, you may not really want the job, but you may also feel like you have to have the job. And this is the decision where if your heart is telling you to not do the job and to, like, I don't know, follow your heart, you want to follow your heart. Like, you want to run in the direction of where your heart is. Well, you may not even know where your heart's taking you, but you want to run into that direction. This is what I'm talking about with the jetpack. Some of you may decide that the job is aligned with what your heart wants, and you're indecisive because of other influences taking you away. So if your mind is telling you no and your heart is telling you yes, this is what I mean when I say we don't have any Aquarius energy, we don't have any Gemini energy. This energy is pretty irrational, and it's not about what's logically right now as much as it is feeling into your heart with Venus and Cancer, and then all this Leo energy. Okay, there we go. I feel a lot clearer now. I didn't like I didn't really clear this energy. I feel like someone was throwing something at me, but whatever. Um, Now, because we have Jupiter and Libra, you definitely want to apply some modicum of logic because you don't want to just blindly follow your heart. But when you're making decisions, because the North Node is in Leo coming from a South Node Aquarius, you want to incorporate what you love into the decisions you make. So if you compromise and you make an important decision, um, okay, Nadine, I just dropped out of school for no damn reason. That is another important example. Like, if some of you may feel like you just kind of have to drop what you're doing, all right? And because Jupiter is squaring Pluto, it's the Uranus and Aries that's making this decision unpredictable. And you just kind of, it, it's going to feel like you're burning. It's so for some of you, it's gonna feel like things are just kind of crumbling and dying. For some of you, that have their Plutos in Libra, it may feel like everything you worked hard for is just kind of ending, and you know what I'm saying. You're some of you may be hiding how you truly feel. You may feel like your life is a failure and you didn't really succeed in the stuff that you wanted, even if you like had great experiences. Some of you may be wondering why you're having like, because I say some of you because others of you are fast tracked into your path, and the issue you're facing are deliberate blockages that are stopping you from evolving to the next level. But some of you, you're not attached to an old system, but you really feel like the things you're trying to do are just not working. Like they're just blocked, like you're kind of dying in a certain way. And that's because you are dying. Like if things are literally devolving, then you trying to build on that is like trying to build on sinking sand. So it's a good thing because you're actually going to be reborn. For any of you feeling that, you're actually about to, your true self is about to be born, and you're about to experience the divine. This is Pluto that's just slowly like killing the old you and your old life that you didn't identify with. Okay, for those of you, some of you it's a little bit of both, but for those of you who are a bit like blocked because you're fast tracked on your destiny, you want to be very mindful of the connections you're making. And the gift of South Node Aquarius is incorporating higher vibrational concepts that highlight and reveal how well you implement and believe in certain things we hail as sci-fi. Do you believe in telepathy to the point where it is applied in your life? Do you believe in aliens? Even if you don't believe in aliens as physical beings, do you believe them as higher energetic frequencies that our senses may not be always in tune to, but they can be in tune to us? How are you aware of universal and galactic structures, these Aquarian ideals? Because Aquarius is the realm of quantum physics and science. And that's what makes these two, Aquarius and Pisces, amazing, because if Aquarius is quantum physics, where we can talk about the quantum realm of potentiality and infinity, where everything is possible, Pisces is parapsychology and mental physics and metaphysics, where we're now talking about demon possession and like ghosts. It's lit. It's lit. If you have an initiation from Uranus and Neptune, Pisces and Aquarius, you believe in aliens and ghosts. That's why they always say those people are out there. They're real. But the reason why the kooks are kooks is because they don't ground it. They probably don't have strong Saturn, so they're aware of the other side, but they can't ground it here. They can't prove and make it real, which is basically as good as not really seeing it, right? So regardless, these are things that we're going to actually like experience at a greater level, because this planet and the universal consciousness is ascending and awakening. So a whole lot of what you're feeling as well, of ascension symptoms, and the energy that you project and also feel in this web, this energetic web of this matrix, is activating, plus also like, you know, suppressing certain facets from you. Anyway, what I really want to say is we're still in spiritual warfare, my friends. We are still in spiritual warfare. In a spiritual sense, you kind of want to think this is a civil war and a world war, where energetically everyone is getting at everyone, and you want to be in a position where you're mindful moving forward, because this week we're going to enter into Virgo, and all the facts of our situation are going to be made plainly aware. I highly recommend and advise that you join me tomorrow in the webinar, where we usher in a whole lot of this energy. Tomorrow, if you join me in the webinar, I'm going to have a special segment where I speak on the new age of Aquarius. And I talk about whether you're a lead role, whether you're a villain, whether you're a comic relief character, whether you're a director, whether you're a producer because you're a Taurus, and you'll be able to understand based on your chart how to really step forward into this new reports. I'm going to bring those back too if I can. We're going to talk about, of course, the next 2 weeks moving forward into the full moon in Pisces. I'll break it down for each and every sign. We will do a meditation right off the rip after we kind of get into a general sense. So the one thing that's really great to know about these is they're cumulative. So the more meditations you join, the more they stack up. And this webinar is going to be one of those webinars where you start to feel the effects of the ones that you've done. So those of you who have been coming to the webinars, you're going to really start to feel it paying off even more. So congratulations, y'all. It's going to be dope. Regardless, though, the Divine RPG, my friend. Oh, I'm sorry. The link to the webinar is actually in the description below, and it's going to be 7 p.m. PST tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern. Come join me. Come join me. Oh, wait, what just happened? Okay, I'm still here. I'm still here. Okay. So let me not sugarcoat the destiny. You have a unique chance to make your own decision and to set forth a vision that will take what is in your mind and make real. Let me kind of rephrase this in a certain way. Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Wherever you see yourself in 10 years from now is the direction that you're focusing on. Saturn in Sagittarius is going to take that vision, and then when you have that jetpack, you're going to be focusing on that. All right, so really keep that in mind. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you. Really keep that in mind. Um, a lot of your energy, a lot of your latent energy is opening up different senses within your psyche while simultaneously connecting you with other people who you have connections with. So you want to continue to surrender to this energy. As this energy moves into Virgo, it will give you the proper insight of how to finally understand this, because what we're manifesting now and into next week are our dreams. We're going to walk into our dreams. I'm right about to go into the Peace Mobile, and where we're walking into our dreams because we spent the past 6 months imagineering. Now, once we step into Virgo season, we're going to actually manifest all the stuff that is in the spirit realm and make real. This is where certain things that you aren't able to make real. It's the difference between wanting like first class tickets to France, but you manifest a flight across the country to New York, coach. You still made the dream of flying real. You know what I'm saying? Or some of you can manifest exactly that, your dream. So really keep that in mind, because what we're manifesting now is the cosmic reality of our hearts. Knowledge of who you are is now showing itself forth with your creative vision. So some of you are caught between, especially if you have a lot of 12th house energy, some of you are caught between a reality that you feel in your heart and you think about every day, but you're just not sure if it could even be real. It's real. It's not only real, you're going to be shocked because it's going to materialize in front of your face. A lot of, okay, and I'm trying to say this because it's a recurring vision. It's something you're sensing, something that you can't really feel in a conventional way, but you're seeing and you're sensing, and it's showing you a version of you that you have never really seen before. This is Uranus in Aries that's showing you your evolved form. And listen, the reason why it's so unrealistic, it's not unrealistic. The reason why it's so profound is because it's the evolution of you, and it's your own unique perspective that you're bringing to consciousness. So you don't want to like shun that, because that's about to become very real. And some of you have been preparing for this. Okay, some of you have been preparing for this. This is the unveiling. This is the red carpet event in Leo, where you step into this destiny. So what you want to do is just hold that focus, and really feel that. Okay. Some of you need to really even act more into it. Leo, thank you, Miss Kiki, and thank you, Ruka. Thank you so much. This is where you want to like really like step into it like you fully believe it. And because the North Node is in Leo right now, pretend that you're in your own movie. Some of you are more stoic and you don't like to do this, but you really want to, because if you could take advantage of these vibrations, like I said, we don't have a lot of air energy, so you don't have to be logically correct. You just have to step into it. This is just going to be the direction that you're headed to. Take advantage of this Neptune energy, because some of you, if you feel delusional with what you're coming up with, if some of you realize, hey, I'm the son of Odin, like, I actually have telekinetic powers. I'm awakening. Like, you want to go in. It doesn't have to be right. You may find out you don't have those powers, and you actually really have other powers that are more realistic, but you want to like go full fish tard. You want to go full fish tard and just like law of attraction this for real. This is going to telegraph to the universe your intention, and the universe is going to come through, and it's going to come real. You're going to see it. Now, what's going to scare you is the precision with how aligned what you've been envisioning is real. It's just going to literally like overlap. And I'm trying to encourage you because the fog is strong. Neptune's retrograding, Mercury's retrograding. It shouldn't really feel like it's coming together. It should almost feel like you're almost lost. Some of you feel like you might be dying. Okay, this is an excellent sign that you're there. You're there. You're there. It's about to shift like right now. And this is the week where we start the week off revelation right now of how we spark this adventure for ourselves. The universe is going to give you the red button, like, here you go. When you're ready to start this, just press it. And then from the end of the week, we shift the energies and we spark our destiny. This is like you start the week discovering your Kirk or your power, which you did in Aries season, right? But you kind of like finally step into it. And then you end the week ready to go infiltrate that castle, or you're ready to go, you start the week sparking your power and you end the week walking the adventure. Woo. All right, the Peacemobile we go. Into the Peacemobile we go. So, right now, the moon is on Mars. This is potent and profound for many reasons. The first is because we have a true trine between Uranus and the Sun. This is the full realization of our quantum selves. I even just pulled the Ace of Wands right now. So all of this is sparking right now, okay? And just the fact that we're all together is a ritual in and of itself. So pat yourself on the back, because what is fully expressing itself right now is the quantum realization through our hearts of who we are. Meditate on this. Keep your mind focused on this. Say 44, huh? And really, really embrace this, as the square that Venus is making right now as well is radically shifting how you feel about all the relationships around you. This can make you hate people overnight, or this can make you take someone you hate and you love them just because you just feel different. It can shift a whole lot. So another key feature of this is that it is perfectly sextiling Libra. Relationships are forming overnight, and you can literally go from 0 to 100 with someone like that. And if this happens, you have to just go with it, because it is destined, and it's something that was ordained literally by the stars with a South Node in Aquarius. All right, so because this is also trining Saturn and Sagittarius, I'm going to say this one more time. What is this vision? What is your highest vision that you see of yourself in the world? And I don't mean a modest vision. The diva is about to come back. Once Venus is in Leo, then this is when you're going to be proclaiming this. What is your highest vision? Do you think you're like the ultimate ruler of the world? Then you're the ultimate ruler of the world then. Do you think that I'm talking about something vainglorious, something that is so obnoxious, like, you know what I'm saying? Really overambitious. Do you think you're like the ultra mega guardian ruler of the galactic universe? Or some of you are more reasonable. Do you think you're the greatest at the field that you're in? Or do you know, what is your vision? I'm trying to let you know you kind of want to be a little child here and do something so grand that it's just like you're a little bit scared because it's your dream. Or if people don't laugh at your dreams, they're not big enough. Okay, so remember that. Because Neptune and Pisces is trying to stretch your world out here. Okay, and I'm trying to tell you, you can achieve what you're trying to get to. Okay, of course, for those of you who want reasonable goals, let me not stop you from doing that, because you're going to achieve just that. So the whole point here is just really set a vision and focus on it this whole week as we step back into the Peace Mobile, Sistren. This is a very important revelation that we are achieving and experiencing. Because Venus is also trining Chiron, and now you're feeling true love. You're kind of feeling into what love can be. Some of the pain is still sensitive for some of you, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's still encouraging a higher understanding of what can be. And with Mercury, that's in the first decan of Virgo now, be very mindful of the little details of what you say, as the meaning can be twisted if you are not full of intent and focus. What I mean by that is, with Neptune opposite this, if you're not fully clear on what you're saying, you could say that you ate a cheeseburger, and that could be twisted to mean that you're coming out the closet. It's very ludicrous. It's very weird. You want to be super clear. Like, I wouldn't even say anything, because it's going to be impossible for you to say something without regenerate. So because there's no light of truth to really help decipher, it's just a field day for people who willingly want to like cause confusion. So keep that in mind. All of this will be circumvented if you are so unified in your vision of who you are and who you're becoming, that this is what you will be reborn with as like a phoenix. And as the moon shifts into Virgo, and you really start to feel in to how real this energy is for you, by Tuesday, we'll be aware of how we bring all this potent energy into our lifestyle. This is why this is one of the coolest weeks of the whole year. As the week goes, Venus slowly enters Leo, and the moon is going to be slipping into Scorpio, while the Mars goes closer to the North Node. So we end the week with Venus in Leo, moon in Scorpio, and Mars on the North, while the sun is on Mercury. This is gnarly sauce Johnson for so many reasons. First of all, we're reaching a grand understanding. When the sun is on Mercury, you come into a very amazing realization and understanding of what's happening in your reality. But for it to happen in Virgo with the retrograde is you being aware, hypercritical of every detail, where every step you're going to is moving forward simultaneously while you're taking on your destiny. And then Venus enters Leo and your heart beats. very, 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 very crazy things. Okay. Whether you should stay in or go out is up to you. But I will say, um, this is going to be so ridiculously potent, primarily just because we're starting this off with a trine to Uranus, and we're ending this week with a conjunction to Mercury. This is the week where everything comes together and makes sense. This is the week where everything changes. For some of you, it's changed a week or four before because you saw into the shifts. But the reason why this is where it all comes together is because the sun enters Virgo and it comes into our sixth house. And what Virgo means is, what is the lifestyle of this? This is where you're integrating all these realizations into your life, and you're about to build the lifestyle that's going to make real your legacy and your destiny. This is what you're ready to manifest, especially when we step into earth sign energy. And the fact that we're stepping into this with the immediate realization of the details of how to put this all together and how to generate and make this work, it's going to blast your minds. But this is where we finally get the facts. This is where the questions are going to be answered, because everything that you're not aware of right now, you're about to get an answer. And all it begins with is, right now, you have to, from your heart, decide on who you are. All right. What Amber Khan asked a really good question on a post that she made, and it's, what's your superhero name or your supervillain name? You know, what is your, it doesn't have to be your alter ego, but what is your higher self? When you transform into your higher self, who is that? All right. I'm a lightning sage. My higher self, we can call Dr. Quantum. Dr. Quantum. Well, that's not really original, but it is what it is. I will be bringing Amber back. We'll see what we can do. I might actually shoot a scale with her too. But yeah, yo, this is your opportunity to step into that. And not only are you stepping into that, it's being activated right now as we speak. Right now as we speak, this being is being activated. The moon on Mars right now is infusing your soul vibration with power to activate through destiny, so that you can now become this. And what's stabilizing this is Saturn and Sagittarius, so that you can be unified of vision to make this real. Yes. That's all I really got to say right now. I really just want you to meditate on that. A lot of what you're channeling for yourself, everyone is channeling. A lot of what you're dealing with is your higher vibrational self descending on you. Some of you are this higher vibrational self. Some of you have to transform into this higher vibrational self. So just know that you're 6 steps ahead of yourself, and you personally have already succeeded at doing what you're doing. So I'm not telling you to go with the flow, but just keep that in mind. Just know that your higher self is walking with you. It's always been walking with you, but instead of feeling like it's something above, it's walking with you. It's directly engaging with you right now, so that you can. It's hard for me to say this, because what I'm saying is, you have the opportunity to be aware of higher vibrations, but some of you listening to me, you already are aware of higher vibrations. So if you're hearing this, it's going to sound a little bit different to you. In your case, it's kind of flipped, where some of you are walking out of rabbit holes that you got flung in 2014, and everything's about to make sense because you're shifting back into the timeline that you basically shifted out of. And this timeline shifting back is not just you shifting back the timelines. A lot of you are bringing back the entire timeline to the timeline you're shifting back into, and you're the one. Like, you're the one who's actually going to achieve the victory. And it's word. So I'm going to pull some cards now. Ace of Wands for everyone. For Aries, this card that I'm pulling is for the trine with the sun and Uranus, and just how this week will be for you, basically. Oh, snap. So this is for your rising sign, this is for your moon sign, this is for your sun sign. Umbreon, the best Pokemon. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay. Aries, for you, this is going to open up your heart quite profoundly. You follow. No. You don't have to follow that. The more you come from your heart, the more your doors will open for you. And how gangster. We have regeneration. We have regeneration, and this is supplemented with the Wheel of Fortune. This is literally a destiny card, but regeneration is talking about the work of karma, literally. The work of karma literally healing your vibration. So karma is basically going to take all the messed up stuff in your life, and it's just going to fix it. It's going to regenerate stuff. And it's important to know, because since karma is doing it, you can still focus on what you're doing. Oh my gosh, what the hell? I'm getting hit by funky vibrations right now. It's pissing me off, but whatever. I don't think it's anyone from you too, from the chat, but it could be Taurus. We have the Ace of Cups, and we have mending. There's a rumbling that's happening from upstairs, so it's just like, what the hell? But we have mending, Taurus, and the Ace of Cups. So there's new love. Okay, there's not only new love for you, Taurus. This doesn't have to be like a new lover either, but this is talking about an opening of your heart again. This is falling in love all over again, and this is going to mend, because Taurus, what you needed the whole time was real, deep spiritual love. Deep spiritual love is going to awaken in key relationships that are going to mend these relationships. So congratulations, Taurus. Gemini, the Michaels. Oh no. Oh, snapskis. Gemini, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. Blessed. So this is a Libra card. This could be a Libra woman, Gemini, but I think this is, for Gemini, this could be you. Some of you could be this Queen of Swords, all right? So it depends. I see this as someone who's going to teach you how to use your sword. For some of you, it could be like the movie Kick-Ass, where like this person kind of does a montage and whips you into shape so you know how to use a weapon. But we do have blessed. So this is very positive. You're going to really tap into your blessings, I guess. But the Queen of Swords is talking about having a clear intellect and being very intelligent too. Cancer. Cancer, we also have regeneration for you. And with the Temperance, this is talking about Archangel Michael hooking you up. Shoot, if anything, this is like heavy, major, deep clearing work on your life. And it's bringing a whole lot into balance while also, you know, healing core issues and having regenerate things that were cut off from you. So you're gonna see, you just want to experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment with new things, because this will be key for you to, you know, reap from Paramount. Leo. Oh, damn, Leo. That's mighty fine. Let's see. Leo. Oh, damn, Leo. I'm jealous, Leo. Leo, we have soulmates, okay? We have soulmates in the world. Leo, your twin flame has revealed yourself. Whoever you feel your soulmate or twin flame is, that's your soulmate and twin flame, okay? And you should open your heart up to them, because this is going to come together like instantly. But damn, Leo, this is saying you not only complete each other, but the way you feel about them in your heart, they probably feel about you too. So definitely, I would open up to this person, because this is definitely what you're gaining. You might already be with this person, and some of you may have already talked to this person. So this is definitely, you know, wow. This is amazing. Wow. Okay. Virgo. Thank you, Life Misspelled. All right, Virgo. Ooh, Virgo. Okay, I'm gonna shuffle this one again too. Ooh, Virgo. Okay. We have the fates and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So your life is all up to fate right now. You might want to take a gamble on yourself, because your life is all up to fate. And you know, you could spin the wrong side of the wheel, but things are looking good, because you kind of have the agents of destiny looking out for you. So every road and door you open will kind of lead to a good end. Your luck is changing, and you're stepping into a greater part of your destiny that's going to have you be profoundly aware of the connections you're making, and why things are falling into place for you. So just keep that in mind whenever you feel that things are happening in a certain way. That's because they is, and you about to walk into a whole new pilot episode and show. You probably might be a recurring character, but I don't know. That was kind of weird to say. Libra. Libra and Leo. Libra and Leo, are you guys having a rendezvous or something? We have the soulmate card again for you. And we also have the Page of Swords. So Libra, this could be talking about somebody spying on your love bond, because this is someone who's not minding their goddamn business. Libra, this might be you not minding their goddamn business, looking into two people. So that could be it, but this could also be Libra. This could be the Page of Swords is usually like a message. So you might find that somebody is crushing on you pretty hard, and it's your soulmate. You might get a message from your soulmate. I see this as you receiving the message. You might talk to, communication with your soulmate is occurring this week inevitably. So it's quite interesting. Scorpio. Oh, of course I would pull this for Scorpio. Well, Scorpio, you got the same card as Taurus. We have the Ace of Cups. So this is definitely talking about love. This is definitely talking about love. And this could be new love, but this is a deep spiritual love that brings with it deep knowing, very great deep knowing. So this is going to open your heart. Scorpio, this is the type of love where it's like, oh no, I'm not about to fall in love. And you just get caught all the way off guard. And things just kind of like open up your understanding and really help you understand so much about yourself. So yeah, that's why I shook my head, because that's kind of how you're gonna feel too. So keep that in mind. Sagittarius. Can we get something important like money or power? Scorpio be like, oh my God, Sagittarius. Okay. Oh, that was hilarious. Oh, what the hell? Is there like a soulmate orgy that Gemini wasn't invited to? What's going on here? Sagittarius, we have the soulmate card for you too. And it's with the Knight of Cups. So this is like a Justin Bieberish character figure. This is a young Pisces male who wants in your pants, but it's so romantic. You're just going to give it up anyway. But yeah, the soulmates, Knight of Cups. This is you and a soulmate being extra romantic. OD romantic. You know that PDA couple you see and you're just like, could you get a goddamn room? That's about to be Sagittarius and whoever lover they're with. So, you know, I hope y'all enjoy your soulmate orgy. You don't need to invite us. We don't need to go. I'm jealous as hell. I'm jealous as hell with this and this. Capricorn. For you. Oh. Damn. Capricorn, we have the Ace of Cups also, so you're in on this new love shindig too. Like, what's up? This is a very deep spiritual love that's actually going to induce a spiritual awakening. And we have to the sea, okay? So this spiritual awakening is going to bring you to the depths of the ocean. This is that kind of love that opens up for you, that you just kind of go a little, you're gonna be gone. You're gonna be gone. It's like you go on a sail and you never come back. This is deep though. It's just kind of representing how deeply in love you about to be. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius for you. Ooh. All right. Aquarius, we have the Fates and we have Temperance. So it looks like you're going to be manipulating the crap out of destiny with the South Node in your sign. Aquarius is just basically about to have the puppet strings and you're going to be like, I'm going to change this person's destiny. Aquarius will change your destiny just so you get them a sandwich. Like, they don't want to have to argue with you, so they'll literally just like rewrite your destiny so that you were destined to just make them pick up a sandwich and give to you. Aquarius is low-key evil, so they're gonna really like get to work on manipulating the crap out of destiny. And it'll be kind of cool too because they'll really shift your karmic path and help redirect your direction in a cool way. So if you talk to any, just know that's what's gonna happen. All right, keep it in mind. And yeah, Aquarius, you're gonna find that you're really able to balance a whole lot of your lifestyle and align it with destiny. But it's really just because the South knows in your sign. So everything you do is just gonna kind of like be karmic. Pisces. Oh, snap. D, run away. D, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, snap. All right, Pisces, archangels are just going to clean up your life. So we have temperance. There's a balancing of your life, but clean it up is talking about the decisions you're making to change your lifestyle and to put it in order. Angelic forces are literally just going to like hook you up and clean up all the ugly, bad stuff. Run from the Aquarius, Dominic. We stay away from Aquarius around here, and I'm just hating. I'm just hating. The card that I have for everyone. Oh, I want you to listen to the song "Why" by Jadakiss. Why? Oh, why? You try to do me like that? Yo, this is crazy because the card I have for everyone is why. Okay, so they're hardcore questions. And as we end the week with the moon in Scorpio, Scorpio is one big question mark. Like the hardest person to understand is all right, I was gonna say a sexist joke, but I'm not gonna say it. Anyway, why? There are hardcore questions that need to be answered. And the high priestess is talking about sacred revelations happening on an intuitive level that reveal these questions. They're really going to leave you with more questions, but this is going to be quite profound because the missing understanding is going to occur. All right. Got the world card again, too. So, regardless, my friends, thank you for. Psych, I'm gonna say the joke. Please don't get offended. But yes, I was gonna say that the hardest people to understand, the hardest person to understand is Scorpio woman. Because first of all, she's a woman, so you can't understand her. And then she's a Scorpio woman, so it's just impossible. All right, corny joke aside, thank you for joining me. Your heart is about to explode. Pause. And, once it does, you're going to see yourself in a new light because it's almost like I saw that. It's almost like you kind of step into a higher ascended look at yourself, actually. So you don't have to worry about all the fear politics about this is going to happen, that's going to happen. I'm just trying to give you a more personal understanding, to really see the energy. And yeah, plus ultra.